Hey guys, I wanted to make a video about something that's serious and something that's about to happen. That's going to affect your life, especially if you're in the middle class. So we're going to see that the middle class is going to be headed into the lower class, which is going to create a majority of the middle class to go into the criminal class because they want to keep up with the Joneses in their spending, keep up with their lifestyle that they're not going to be able to afford due to increased car insurance, increased home prices that's getting unaffordable, property taxes, food inflation, gas prices about to go up. And they're blaming it on Russia attacking the Ukraine. So everything's about to go up. And this was done so they could have and implement systems so that would be more control and more of your rights being taken away. Because there's no way that they didn't perceive that inflation would come into the mix, giving out the stimulus to the stimmy ballers, the PPP loans to the freeloaders. Once you drop that amount of money into the market, the only thing that's going to happen is it's just going to be more inflation. So they seen this a mile away. So you're going to see more criminal activity entering the middle class areas, and also the middle class people being more victims of criminal activity because they're not experienced in that criminal class area that they're trying to enter into. So how do you get out of this? How do you get out of downsizing to the lower class or trying to keep up with your lifestyle and then entering the criminal class? Well, I made a video a few months back, and you can go to my channel. And it's called Making $400 a Month Without a Job. Back then, you could have made $400 a month and kept up with your bills, but with inflation increasing, you're going to have to at least make $1,000 to $2,000 a month without a job. So I'm about to get into this video, and it's going to be very, very helpful so that you won't have to downsize, that you'll be able to keep up with your lifestyle and even gain more money. So please watch. Let me know what you think about it.
Middle class is getting a smaller slice of the income pie. Many middle-class workers' wages have remained flat or stagnant in the United States, despite growing healthcare, education, and housing costs. According to polls, Americans are also aware of these pressures and believe that the middle class is suffering. According to a Northwestern Mutual poll, 7 out of 10 people believe the middle class is either staying the same or shrinking. 1/3 of those polled believe the middle class will vanish completely. The monthly middle-class wage is being eaten away by basic bills. Out-of-pocket health care costs for the middle class in 2019 were around $4,900 per year. More middle and high-income people are renting than ever before, and 27% are cost-burdened, meaning they spend more than 30% of their income on rent, especially in pricey metro regions. Then there's the cost of child care, which is simply enormous. Child care expenditures for an infant and a 4-year-old in Washington state, for example, average $25,605 a year, or 35.5% of the median family income. Many middle-class families try to figure out which costs must be paid in cash right once and which may be put on a credit card, financed, or postponed in some way. Household debt reached $14.3 trillion in March 2020. The highest level since the financial crisis of 2008, when it reached $12.7 trillion. The average loan for a new car in the first quarter of 2020 was a record-breaking $33,738, with an average monthly payment of $569, compared to $397 for a used car. Then there's student loan debt, which stands at $1.56 trillion in the United States. Although hardly everyone has student loan debt, The average debt load is $32,731 among those who do, many of whom have degrees in occupations that appear to put them in the middle class. The average monthly payment, pre-pandemic, is $393. These tendencies are anticipated to be accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic. Workers in the service sector were disproportionately displaced from their occupations due to their inability to work remotely. Other job disruptions prompted businesses to automate more positions. Increased costs and dangers associated with interpersonal contact may hasten the adoption of robotics, payment machines, and other labor-saving technology by businesses. The government's efforts to assist employees and businesses will help to keep families out of poverty, but the pandemic's vast reorganization of the economy will likely result in significant losses in the middle class and a disproportionate admission into the lower class.